And we're back. And I think I just fucked it up. Okay. Alright. Where were we? Yes, Hunter x Hunter. I'm sorry, it's been like 10 minutes I was gone. What did we talk about before I left? I don't seem to remember. Okay. I'm sorry for the pause, even though I don't think you should notice that if the pause function on OBS is working properly. You know what? I think we are going to go for the gym today. I didn't plan to. I plan to close out the episode pretty soon. But let's go for it. We're gonna take down the first trainer with Mankey. Look how it goes. To be fair, this is already a doomed run, since we don't have Chiyomaru, our Bulbasaur, with us anymore. But yeah. Oh, by the way, if it bothers you that I'm not looking at the camera so often, that's because the game is right underneath the camera. I just double healed. Okay. I'm just gonna change the subject again. Let's go back to anime. I have watched a couple years ago, I think 2 years ago, I watched an anime called Hinomaru Sumo, which was right at the time where I was at my sumo high. I love the sport, I love the tradition, I love the people involved, the Rikishi mostly. And then I found out that there is a sumo anime called Hinomaru Sumo, and it's about a small schoolboy, who wants to become Yokozuna. He has the body for it, but his problem is he is too small. A sumo ringer, a sumo wrestler has to have a minimum height of, I believe, 170, so 1 meter 70 centimeters. But he is just, I believe, 163, so he cannot become a professional sumo wrestler. The only way he can do it is if he wins the national tournament for high school sumo. He trains hard, he finds new friends, he helps building up the sumo club again in his school. And I just loved the anime. I'm not a huge fan of sports anime usually, because mostly they drag on too long for me. But this one I just felt was alright. It had a good length. It was a sport I liked, and it got me thinking. How does a day in a real sumo stable look like? How does a day in a stable look like? And I wanted to try one day of sumo. So like be at a training, watch people wrestle, maybe ask if I can have a short introduction match, sparring match. Then I realized sumo is actually pretty big in Germany. There are a couple of clubs. But my legs wouldn't allow me to actually wrestle, and the clubs in Germany are more like normal sports clubs. They're not like you're living in stables and you're living together now and you train together, and I just want to see this authentic, stable feeling. And I believe in a couple years, if that is possible for me, I want to do a trip to Japan and I would love a chance to look at a stable. I don't even know what stable I would want to look at. I just would love the chance to see a stable. If that makes sense. And I also would love to go to a sumo tournament day. They go for about, I think, 9 hours? No, wait. Normal tournament is about 2 hours. Then a couple more for the other divisions earlier. So yeah, like so. Yeah, right. 7-8 hours. Maybe. I would love to go on a full tournament day. Most people think sumo wrestlers are mostly fat, but they all pack decent muscles. They are all strong. I think if it comes to pure strength in combat sports, I believe sumo wrestlers have the biggest pure strength of all combat sports. I mean, you have to think about it. They throw, trip, push, pull men who are 120 kilogram and above constantly. I think also most people underestimate how nimble and fast a sumo wrestler can be. No, I am going to die, aren't I? I was too cocky. Oh. Oh, okay. That's okay. As long as you don't attack, that's okay. I think what I should do is get out Weedle and try to poison it. Yeah, poisoning it would have been the better idea. Yeah, missed. Perfect. Oh. Have to go out. Please just do not land a crit on anyone. Where was I? Yes, sumo wrestling. I just really like all the tradition that there is to sumo, and how protective sumo wrestlers are of their traditions. And man, if I could get the chance to go to Japan, I would love it. I really want to see it one day with my own eyes. I don't want to see it just in YouTube videos or on screens as general. I want to be there. I want to see it. Everyone gets a level. Yeah. I think that's all I wanted to say, really. If I go on a little further, I think we can make this 2 parts, actually. Yeah, we're gonna do this 2 parts. We're gonna make part 2 about anime, and part 3 will be about sumo wrestling. That sounds okay. If this is a new episode, then I think I can give you a new question, right? What is your favorite sport? I think that's a good question for this episode. We had favorite Pokemon generation, we had favorite anime. Let's go with sports next. What is your favorite sport? Like I said, I'm very fond of sumo wrestling, but I played table tennis for nearly 20 years of my life. I started when I was 6 years old, going to my 7th year. I was a fast learner when I started. Then I realized that my body wasn't moving as fast as I wanted it to, so I adapted to a more defensive playstyle, which people did not like. I got called many names. I was the wall, or I was also called the fish, because I showed no emotions when playing against someone in a tournament or anything. I didn't get frustrated, I didn't show joy when I won. I was just emotionless, and people just really started to get pissed off by that, and I found it funny. I was also known as the guy who lost a tournament round for being on the toilet too long. People thought I had left the building, when in reality I was just sitting on the toilet for like half an hour because of something bad I had eaten the day before, or the night before. I have a couple of table tennis stories. Like I went to a summer camp for table tennis, and on the second day I managed to break my wrist. I managed to break my wrist by trying to catch a frisbee and falling on my back and trying to protect the to not fall flat on my back. I just pushed the arm behind me and I landed on my arm and it broke. But while it was broken, just 2 weeks later, I got to another summer camp of the table tennis club I was in, and there was a tournament at the end. It was my left wrist. It was still broken. So what I did was I laid the ball in my left hand. I threw it up without flicking my wrist, and then I just played. I just played as good as I could, and I managed to win. And I still don't know to this day how I won this tournament with a broken wrist. After that, I had a little stint with the adult teams of our club when I got older. I was playing in our 4th man's team, and I was able to sub in the first team we had, in our main team, and they were like, I believe, 2 leagues above us. Like, we were here, then there's another league here, and they're here. I was able to sub in, and I managed to get both wins that day. And I still don't know why, but it was one of the best days I had at table tennis, because I hardly won when it came to important matches. When I started playing with the adults. Okay, one step. But yeah, I really liked table tennis, but then some years ago, I think it was 6 years ago, I started to notice that I lost my passion for it. I didn't have the motivation to continue. I didn't have joy anymore in playing, so I quit playing, but I was still a member of the club, and I was technically still an active player. And this year I signed off on the club and I left officially. Another sport I really like is darts. It's a precision sport in my opinion, and it's fun. It's just plain old fun, especially when you don't know what you're doing and you're darts are going everywhere. I remember when I started playing darts. I was 6 years old and we were at my grandmother's house. And my father was playing against my grandma and my uncle and my cousin. And I wanted to play with them. So they gave me a dart and I started playing with them. We all got destroyed by my 70-year-old grandmother. She was on another level when it came to darts. I still don't know how she did it, but we had no chance. None. Then I believe 3 years later I went to a tournament, and I believe I have I think I have what I want still here. Wait a second, I'm gonna get it. It should be up here. Wait a second. There it is. Found it. Found it. First of all, these were my darts from the time that I still use. The only thing I have to change every once in a while is the tip. And then we have, what's this? Not the matter. We have this little cup right here that I won. First place, ages 10 to 14, if you can see that. I was 10 at the time. I was the youngest player, and it was 10 rounds, 3 arrows per round, count up. And I set a record that day that is to this day, as far as my knowledge goes, still unbroken. I threw 540 points that day, and none of the people who came after me in the years gone by have reached this number. And I'm happy about that, because that means I have something that is still remembered to this day by some people. Going away from traditional sports, and I'm gonna mention this right now just because it was part of the sports channel. I really like playing poker. I'm not a gambling man. Okay, that's not true. I am a gambling man. I was a gambling man. But I really love poker. I don't want to play for money. I just want to play for fun. We played it at game nights. We played it at family meetings. We played it at birthday parties. We played it. I really want to go into a casino and just play a big tournament. I just want to have this experience. All my dreams have to do with experiences. I want to go to Japan and watch a sumo tournament day. I want to see a sumo stable at one point. I want to go into a big casino and just participate in a poker tournament someday. And I still have the dream of becoming a voice actor. I have way too many dreams, I believe, sometimes. Most of them are not obtainable for me. But I still have them, and as long as I have them, I will try to conquer them, to conquer my dreams. Let's see. Little under half. This will end up in a potion being used. Yeah, this will end up in a potion being used. Oh! Okay, then don't use a potion. Fine by me. Okay, Onyx. I don't think you have Rock Throw on your Onyx. That was a nasty... Oh, he has... Okay, bye, Ura. I could have sworn he only had Tackle, Bind, and Defense Curl. Okay, I think I lost. I think that might be it. It's faster. 8 damage. That's manageable, actually. I let it die for nothing. I wanted to use Sand Attack to lower its accuracy, but I just let Ura die for nothing because I couldn't remember that in LeafGreen he has actually Rock Throw. Now I just feel bad. It's the second Pokemon down, and the next one get the Magic Cup for 500 Pokédollars. Of course he has a Rock Tomb. They changed his TM. He doesn't have Bite anymore. Why am I so stupid? Okay. I know Low Kick is variable on the weight of the enemy Pokemon. I just didn't think it would do that much of a difference. So heavy Onyx is. I thought I needed to put some Sand Attacks and a Leer in, but I should have just attacked. I sacrificed Ura for nothing. Oh man. And again, we will end an episode with one of our Pokemon dying. I don't feel good about this. I think for next time, before I continue and before the next episode, everyone, so Kaisei and Enho, will go to Tubisaurus level. They will be level 11. I'm gonna go off screen and train them, because I want to make at least a little progress for the next episode. I want to go to Mount Moon and through Mount Moon. We're gonna have 3 more encounters. The one before Mount Moon, the one in Mount Moon, and the... Ooh, do I count the Magikarp as a separate encounter? Technically, it's a gift Pokemon, but it's also the same route I could catch something. I could get a Jigglypuff, though. Thinking about it till next time. I'm gonna do this now. I hope you had fun. I wish you a good day or evening whenever you're watching this, and I hope you had fun. I hope you will answer my questions at some point. And yeah, next time we're gonna be here with a stronger team. So, bye!